Good morning, my dear students. This is in continuation with the portion I covered in the last two video lectures. I think last video lecture was on complete incidence matrix. And today in the third video lecture, I am going to discuss next calculation, that is a new matrix. Its name is reduced incidence matrix. Let us see what is a reduced incidence matrix A. I think you can see the slide, and it is written here reduced incidence matrix. In the bracket A, simply if I write A, it is denoted as the matrix is reduced incidence matrix. And as all of you know, incidence matrix was giving complete picture about a network graph, like how many nodes are there, how many branches are there, which branch is connected to which node, and what is the direction of current in a particular branch, and how many branches are connecting node, where some currents are entering and leaving. Every information was incorporated in a complete incidence matrix that you can see here. I think you can see my cursor, which is moving here. A complete incidence matrix AA. The suffix small a has been removed here. If I keep only A, it becomes reduced incidence matrix. And all of you know that this complete incidence matrix has some rows and columns. And rows are meant for nodes, representing nodes, number of nodes, and columns are meant to represent branches. So dimension will be nodes by branches. Okay. So let us see what is written about reduced incidence matrix. When one row is eliminated or deleted from the complete incidence matrix, the remaining matrix is called as reduced incidence matrix. Very simple. Any one of the row, if it is deleted, that means one node is deleted. It means one node is deleted. It becomes the remaining elements becomes one node, one row is reduced. Then it is called reduced incidence matrix. And let us now look at this example. In the example, you can see a network graph. A complete graph is given, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes are there. So number of rows of a complete incidence matrix are 5 that you can see here. And similarly, number of branches here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 6 columns are there. And for this network graph, this complete incidence matrix is already written. And what I have to do is to produce a reduced incidence matrix from a given complete incidence matrix. And as far as the procedure is or definition, what is stated here is concerned, it is very simple. You delete any one row from this matrix, it becomes a reduced incidence matrix. And now here I think last row is deleted. It has become reduced incidence matrix. So there could be number of reduced incidence matrix which are produced from a complete incidence matrix, because I may delete second row, I may delete third row, I may delete fourth row. So any row can be deleted to have the reduced incidence matrix. And one important property of complete incidence matrix, whether the matrix is written correctly or not, is, as I explained in the last video, is add all the elements column wise. That is, all the rows are added. Rows are added means 1 minus 1, 0. So you get 0 everywhere. But same thing if you do here, you will not get 0. Something is missing here. So missing can be added later on to convert back reduced incidence matrix into a complete incidence matrix. So if a matrix given is reduced incidence matrix, then I will be able to produce this graph by producing this first, okay, and then from this a graph can be drawn. That we'll see in the example in the next slide. Okay. Now I am taking an example, very simple example. If the examination, if you have this kind of examples, you can easily solve. Any student, weaker students can also handle this problem. So draw the oriented graph of incidence matrix. The question is very simple. Draw the oriented graph. So graph is not given, directly matrix is given. From the matrix you will produce the graph. But when you observe this one, only first thing you have to observe this, whether this matrix is reduced incidence matrix or complete incidence matrix. First you check that whether it is a complete incidence matrix. How to check? You add the row elements 1 0 0 0 1 1 minus 1 0 1. Here you get 1 1 minus 1 0. So all the elements of the next row should be 0. That means it is not a complete incidence matrix. It is already a reduced incidence matrix. That means it requires one row to be added to this. And that means I am going to produce complete incidence matrix from the given matrix, which is already a reduced incidence matrix. So I am going to get a complete incidence matrix. How to get complete incidence matrix from the reduced incidence matrix? By this addition property. So I told that when I add all these elements, I am going to add 1/4 row here. I am now thinking about what I have to enter here. First element. So first element means I should add something over here, but this sum should come 0. So what should I add here to get 0? And the sum is already 1 and this should be 0. That means I should add minus 1. See here. When I add minus 1, 1 minus 1, so this addition becomes 0. Similarly, if I look at the second column, 1 minus 1, 0, 0, 0. So already it is 0. I cannot add 1 here. I cannot add minus 1 here. It should remain 0. Therefore, I am going to add one more 0. Similarly here, there is 1 here. If I add minus 1 here, this addition becomes 0. I added minus 1 here. And here already 1 minus 1, 0 is there. I don't need to add anything over here. That means 0 is added here. And here like that, here you can see 1 is there. And I have to add minus 1 here. So it becomes 0, minus 1. Similarly, already it is 0. I don't need to add 1 or minus 1 here. I have to add 0 here. Similarly, 1, this addition is 1. To make it 0, I must add minus 1. So from reduced incidence matrix, you form the what? Complete incidence matrix. Now your job is to produce the graph. How to produce the graph? First you have to locate the nodes. First find out how many nodes are there. How do you get number of nodes? You get number of nodes from the number of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows are there. So 5 nodes I have to first draw like circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And take common as or below somewhere. You can put 5 somewhere, here also, anywhere you can put this dot. But practice is like this. I put here 5. And remaining job is to connect the branches. To connect the branches, I have to use this matrix. Now I will go by branch. That is vertically I look down from the top. So these columns are the branches. How many branches are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can give them name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is what one branches are so given numbers here. Otherwise you can give A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And now in this example they are considered 1, 2, 3. So let's think about first branch. Here this is connected to first branch. First branch means first branch is connected between any two nodes always. The two nodes are where there are no zeros. So it is connected to node 1. It is connected to node 6. Sorry, 5 nodes, no? 5. It is connected to 5. Between 1 and 5 it is connected. Branch number 1. And similarly, what about it? There is a minus 1 here, there is a 1 here. So the direction of the current is from node 1 to node 6, node 5, or node 5 to node 1. So direction of current is shown here as 1 to 5 here. Okay, it is leaving 1. If it is entering, then it should be plus here. So it represents leaving node 1, it is entering node 1. And similarly, if I think about second branch, where is the second branch connected? Second branch is connected between first node and second node, because 1 and minus 1. So it starts from node 1, it ends at node 2, and current starts from 1, current enters node 2 because of this minus sign. Similarly, branch number 3 is connected between second node and fifth node. Second node and fifth node. Whatever direction it leaves second node, it enters fifth node because there is minus sign. And similarly, about fourth branch, it is connected between second node and third node. Second node is here, third node is here. So this branch number is 4. Branch number is 4. So 1 minus 1, that means the current leaves node 2, current enters node 3. Leaves to node 3, that way I have to mark here. So this 1 and minus 1 helps me to mark this current direction. And now after 4 branch current, fifth branch current. Fifth branch currents connect the nodes 3 and 5. It starts from 3, ends at 5. 3, it starts from 5. So direction is accordingly. Okay. So like that, these two branches are connected here. I think you understood this problem very nicely. And similarly, I'll take one more example and draw the oriented graph of the incidence matrix below. Oriented graph. They are not saying graph. Oriented graph means your graph should have the direction of currents marked. Okay. So now let us see the matrix given is an incidence matrix that they say, whether it is reduced incidence matrix. If they write A, then it is definitely reduced incidence matrix. If you write A suffix small a, it is complete incidence matrix. And before getting the graph, I must get complete incidence matrix, but given is only reduced incidence matrix. So reduced incidence matrix has one row eliminated or deleted already, that has to be added now. Okay, so that you can add as a fourth row. While adding fourth row, you should see that the column wise, if you are adding the element, it should become 0. So now it is, if you add first 3 minus 1 plus 0 plus 0, it is minus 1. So it is not 0. So I must add here plus 1. If I add plus 1 here, so the sum becomes 0. So I have got the first element of the last row. And about second element of the last row, see here, minus 1, 1, 0, plus 0. Already it is 0. So only I can add 0 to remain or to let the addition as 0. And similarly here, what I have to add? 1 minus 1, 0. So only 0. And here the addition is 1. And to make it 0 addition, I must add one more element here, minus 1. That you can see here. Similarly here, minus 1 is added, so that sum becomes 0. Here minus 1 is added. Here minus 1 is added. So we have obtained the complete incidence matrix. Now this incidence matrix help me to draw this graph, that is network graph. So I explained the previous examples. Okay, you think branch wise. Otherwise, while writing this matrix, you can put one line like this, Here you give the names of the branches: B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and write here branches. And here you add one line here, left side you can write nodes.